ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We recite the 14th stanza or paudi from Gujri War Mahalla Panjwa. The recitation of the first two sloks followed by the paudi. Slok Mahalla Panjwa जाको भय कृपाल प्रभ हर हर से जपात नानक प्रीत लगी तिन राम नानक प्रीत लगी तिन राम स्यो पेटत साध संगात महला पंजवा. The second slok. राम रमो बड़ भागी हो जल थल मैयल सोए नानक नाम आराधिय बिघन न लागे कोय. The paudi, the ascent. भगता की बोलिया भगता का बोलिया परवान है दरगह पवे थाए भगता तेरी टेक रत्ते सच नाए जिसनो होए कृपाल तिसका दुख जाए भगत तेरे दयाल ओना मेहर पाए दुख दर्द वड रोग न पोहै तिस माए भगता एहो आधार गुण गोविंद गाय सदा सदा दिन रैण इको एक ध्याए पीवत अमृत नाम जन नामे रहे अघाए. So this stanza, this paudi revolves around the bhagats. Now, who are the bhagats? The best way to describe them would be divine lovers. These are individuals who have the beloved self in their embrace, so to speak. And so the term is often used also for the guru because they are embodiments of the self. And so what is being said here is the necessity, the paramount necessity to seek out the guidance of a bhagat, the compassion of a bhagat. Because without the guidance, we are liable to get lost on this path. So we'll do the paudi, Bhagta ka bolya parvan hai. So the testimony of divine lovers is authentic. Now this is a significant point because in the Indian systems, the philosophical systems, there are a variety of ways. This is epistemology now, the theory of knowledge. How do you know what you know? So there are various markers for that. And what distinguishes Sikhi is the fact that for us, sabad is pravan, because the testimony of a bhagat is sabad, you see. So sabad, the testimony of an embodied soul, is parvan, is acceptable. It's proof, it's evidence, it carries weight. So if an evolved individual were to tell you the path, their testimony is worthy of consideration. They're telling you the way it is. So bhakta ka bolya parvan hai. Parvan is primary. Dargah pave thai, it has weight in the divine court. Why? Because what the bhagat speaks is not the ego. The bhagat is simply a conduit for the self. So sabad is what comes out of a bhagat's mouth. It is not his own petty little ego that is speaking at that point. That is why Bhakta ka bolya parvan hai. And then Bhakta teri tek ratte sach nae. They have the support of the self because the self is their support and they're imbued in virtues. Ratte sach nae. That is their platform. And upon them, compassion has been bestowed. Jisno Bhae Kripal. They have overcome sorrow and they have received the gift of mercy. Ona meher paaye. And because they have received mercy, Bhagat Tere Dayal, they are in turn merciful because they have received that quality. So when that happens, dukh, dard, vad rog na pohe, sorrow and disease does not afflict them. This is a mental attitude. And the Bhagats, their platform is nothing but Gun Govinda Gai. They're embodiments of virtue. Virtue is their only support. Bhakta eh adhar. And they, at all times, night and day, remain mindful of the One. Sada sada din rain ikko ik te aaye. And they drink at the fount of wisdom and self-knowledge. Pivat amrit naam jan. They are the jan, the seekers. Naam mein rahe aghai. They remain fulfilled in wisdom. So that was the pauri where the Guru is speaking about the necessity to seek the Bhagats out, the Guru, essentially. In the Saloks, the groundwork is being laid on how this grace comes about. Jako Bhae Kripal Prabh Har Har Sei Japat. So to realize discernment, to realize the self, Har Har Sei Japat, is a function of grace. So we have to beg for grace. We have to ask. You have to be filled with devotion and love. Nanak preet lagi tin ram syon, bhetat sad sangat. So devotion and love to the teachings of the Guru, sad, and in their congregation. That's where realization of Ram happens. And then it is a call to us saying, love the Ram self, be blessed. The Ram self is that essence that pervades everything, the waters, the land, and everything in between. Ram Ramo Bhadbhagi Ho Vadbhagi Bano. Ram Ramo, Ramo, Preet, love. Who is Jal Thal Mayal Soe, that one that pervades everything. And this is what the Bhagats have done. Nanak naam aradhiya, big na lage koi. Through adoration is wisdom achieved, not through any intellectual process, although that is necessary as well. To understand this, you begin to establish an affinity. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.